Alright guys, RWBY, Volume 4, Chapter 8, a much needed talk. Long episode, 20 minutes. What exactly could we talk about? Potentially that they are reckless, they don't stay out of it, and all that. Maybe we will talk about that. And yeah. Alcohol.
Really? No questions?
Of course we have questions. This is just a lot to take in.
Sure, of course.
So these maidens,
Oh, I forgot about Jean.
they're powerful fighters that don't need dust to use magic.
Yeah.
And there are 4 of them?
Yep. Always.
Which means that whenever one of them dies, the power transfers to someone, a female, that they care about?
Whoever was in their thoughts last. Important distinction. Best option, it's someone we can trust. Regardless, their souls become combined, in a way.
And that's what you were trying to do to Pyrrha.
Ah,
The tower fell.
that's why. Okay, that's why the
Turn her into one of them.
wizard transfers as well, because the wizard gave the power to the maidens. Okay, okay, let's watch. I'm sorry for pausing. I won't do it much.
The previous Fall Maiden, Amber, had been attacked. She was young, inexperienced. And her assailant, who we now know as Cinder, somehow managed to steal some of her power, but not all of it. We were afraid that if we didn't do something, the rest would go to her as well.
So you forced it on Pyrrha.
We didn't force anything. We explained the situation and gave her a choice, and she chose. You were there. You heard her.
Hard to accept. I can understand it.
That guy, Tyrion. Why was he after me?
Well, it definitely painted a target on your back with what you did at Beacon. I told you having silver eyes is a rare trait, and the fact that you're someone that was able to use them seems to have upset some very powerful people. Not many people know about the silver eyes, but those that do aren't very happy that one has surfaced. That's why I've been keeping an eye on you. Wanted to make sure you were safe. All of you.
Well, then why not just travel with us? It seems like that would have been way easier.
He was using you as bait.
Look, I wouldn't put it like that. It's complicated.
What is all of this? Ruby's being hunted. The schools are being attacked. All for what? What is the point of all of this? Will you just tell us what's going on?
Would you sit down? You're stressing me out, kid. Not many people are super religious these days. This world's been around for a long time. Long enough that people have created dozens of gods. But if you believe Ozpin, 2 of them are actually real.
To think that he would put down alcohol.
They were brothers.
To be serious.
The older sibling, the god of light, found joy in creating forces of life. Meanwhile, the younger brother, the god of darkness, spent his time creating forces of destruction. As you can imagine,
Okay.
they both had pretty different ideas about how things should go. The older one would spend his days creating water, plants,
How is it
wildlife.
so dark outside again?
At night, his brother would wake to see all the things that the elder had made and become disgusted.
So grim.
Counteract his
Oh.
brother's creations, the god of darkness brought drought, fire, famine, all that he could do to rid remnant of life. Life always returned. So one night, younger brother went and made something. Something that shared his innate desire to destroy anything and everything.
Grim.
The creatures of Grimm.
You guessed it. The older brother had finally had enough. Knowing that their feud couldn't last like this forever, he proposed that they make one final creation. Together.
Humans.
Something they could both be proud of. Their masterpiece.
Humans?
Younger brother agreed. This last great creation would be given the power to both create and destroy. It would be given the gift of knowledge so that it could learn about itself and the world around it. And most importantly, it would be given the power to choose. To have free will to take everything it had learned and decide which path to follow. The path of light or the path of darkness. And that is how humanity came to be.
Interesting.
But what does that have to do with us?
Well, that's the kicker. See, the four gifts to mankind, knowledge, creation, destruction, and choice, aren't just metaphorical.
Okay.
Each of them exists in a physical form, left behind by the gods before they abandon Remnant. And each of them is extraordinarily powerful. If someone were to collect all four, they'd be able to change the world. And that's exactly what the enemy wants.
Okay.
Marksman academies were created to train generations of humanity's protectors, but they also serve another purpose. Guarding the relics. When Ozpin's
Every
predecessor
school?
founded the schools, he built them around the relics to act as a fortress. Not only would they be easier to defend, but they would be
I forgot to say
constantly
something
surrounded by trained
about
warriors.
Oswin.
The hope was that hiding the relics would keep mankind from using them against itself. And of course, keeping them out of her reach.
Salem. How long is Salem around?
So, yeah. There's that.
Her.
Much info drop.
You mean Salem?
That's right. Not much is known about her, and quite frankly, that's not what matters. What matters right now is that she wants the relics. And if she gets them, it's not going to end well.
4 schools. The tower cannot fall. That's...
You know, you can always go in and say hi.
I don't want to bother him.
A father's never too busy for his daughter.
Oh, that's...
Not all of my friends would agree with you on that.
Here.
What? Where are you going?
You've never been very talkative, but that boy you brought home loves to run his mouth. I want to hear more about the adventures of Team RWBY.
Holly, is that you, dear?
Hey, Dad.
Blake. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Please, come sit. Don't worry, I've got it. Sit down, sit down.
I don't want to keep you if you're...
Nonsense. I've been cooped up in here all day. You still take sugar, right?
Oh, actually,
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, here, take this one.
No, really, it's no big deal.
Ay, ay, ay.
Sure?
Positive.
Old habits, I suppose.
I have a lot to catch up, it seems like.
Might want to let it cool.
Right.
So, is it warm in Vale?
Huh?
It just seems like your outfit doesn't cover very much.
It covers plenty.
I mean, a little more armor might help, don't you think?
I'm fine. I don't need armor. I can look after myself.
I know you can. I'm sorry.
Why?
Hmm?
Why would you say that?
Sweetheart, what's wrong? What did I say?
How can you still love me after what I did?
Blake,
What did she do?
your mother and I will
Run away?
always love you.
You were right. I shouted at you and yelled at you, but you were right. I called you cowards.
It's okay.
I should have left the White Fang with you and Mom. I should have listened to you, and I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
Blake, it's fine. We never held anything against you, and I never feared you would fail. The only thing I ever feared was that you would fall down the wrong path.
almost.
So proud to see you haven't.
But I did.
Or maybe,
It
yeah,
was-
okay.
And you pulled yourself out. You came back. There aren't many who possess that kind of strength, and even fewer that have the courage to face their demons again. Vale, Mountain Glen, Beacon. You confronted the White Fang time after time.
I didn't do it alone.
No, you didn't. Which is why I wanted to ask you. Why did you leave Vale? Why did you leave your friends behind?
Son?
That just makes things better.
Oh, this isn't the bathroom. I'll just be going. Sorry to interrupt this tender family moment.
I really don't like you.
All right. So let's say we believe all of this. There really is this crazy evil being behind these attacks, not just some thugs trying to become powerful. Why doesn't the world know? Why isn't Atlas going after them, or Mistral?
And why aren't we in more of a hurry to get to Haven? Shouldn't we be getting them a message? What if they're next?
The headmaster over there saw what happened to Beacon. He's not dumb. He'll be on his guard. Besides, it takes time to mobilize forces like that. Do you really think they planned out that attack on Beacon overnight? And to answer your question, it's the same reason we keep quiet about the Maidens. If the whole world knew about the relics, about Salem, it would be chaos. We'd have another great war on our hands, and this time, you'd have to fight. Look, I had the same questions too. But old Ozpen always put his foot down. We can't cause a panic. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Salem's smart. She works from the shadows, using others to get what she wants. So that when it comes time to
Great
place the
episode so
blame,
far.
we can only point at each other. She's
Yeah.
trying to divide us.
No one knows who she is. Yeah.
So far, she's done a pretty damn good job.
And it seems like it will continue probably. What's the moon? I still don't know. Why is everyone looking at the moon?
All right.
Divided. Bro.
So
I
what
don't know.
should we do?
Remnant is broken.
I don't really know. Ozpen has put a lot of trust in the headmasters. Like I said, the schools are an important part of stopping Salem. Atlas is going to be on high alert after the last attack, and Vacuo is, well, Vacuo. It'll be hard to hire thieves
Vacuo.
and scoundrels to fight against other thieves and scoundrels. Take that. Add in the fact that Cinder and her crew claim to be from Haven, and I think it's likely the next target. So, we're on our way
Interesting.
to the headmaster. Haven't heard from him in a while, even before the attack. I'm hoping he has the answers. All right, I think it's time you kids got some sleep.
Uncle Crow,
Yeah?
this is a lot to take in. And it all
For
sounds
us too.
crazy,
Yeah.
but I'm willing to do whatever I can to help. Because I trust you. But why couldn't you trust me? Why couldn't you just travel with us instead of all of this secrecy and...
Look, this has nothing to do with trust. It's a long story, okay?
Seriously? Now you're tired of telling stories?
I mean, it's been 20 minutes almost.
Did you know that crows are a sign of bad luck? Old superstition, but it's how I got my name. You see, some people can absorb electricity, and some people can burst into rose petals. And some people are just born unlucky. My semblance isn't like most. It's not exactly something I do. It's always there, whether I like it or not.
Okay.
I bring misfortune. I guess you could call me a bad luck charm. Comes in real handy when I'm fighting an enemy. But it makes it a little hard on friends and family.
Oh.
Well, you are just a real bundle of help, aren't you?
Something with summer, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, that was unnecessary.
Where are you going?
Taking a walk.
There's nothing else you want to tell us?
Raven.
Not tonight.
No, not. No, just coincidence. I'm gonna sneeze now.
No concept
Okay.
of privacy, no respect for personal space.
I'm sorry, okay? Ow! I'm sorry!
Ugh.
Look, I promise it was important. I needed to find you to talk to you.
What, son? What could be so important?
I was talking to your mom and she said something weird about the White Fang.
I'm stopping you right there.
But
I told you. I'm not here to fight the White Fang. I'm not here to fight anyone.
Well,
I'm here to rest.
maybe you don't have a
figure
choice.
things out and to see my family.
your mom said White Fang members don't wear masks in Menagerie. But I saw one at the market yesterday. I even got a picture.
Son,
Look, I'm trying to help.
I don't want your help.
Oh, is that Adam? Huh?
A freaking ninja?
A spy.
But why would... Hey, wait!
What's happened?
The White Fang is evil, I totally called it, and I'm bringing your daughter back!
Why did someone gasp when the phone was thrown? Was it Blake? No, there wasn't Blake. Why would the ninja gasp? Now I have a
Should probably
question.
get moving.
Yeah.
You should have known.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I guess it is unfortunate, okay. Guess that's the end of Crow. No, okay, but I don't think that's the end still. But that looks... I'm not sure now. You should have known as if it's not a red flag, or not red flag, but I mean if it... Scorpion tail, you know? Why would you not be alert? I'm not mad though. Yeah, cool episode. I have to... Why I didn't close the episode. There was so much. I have to think. Before I say something, I have to think a little bit. Okay, so one correction. I said Summer Rose, but that doesn't make sense. She's in family, as far as maybe a little bit, but it's hard on friends with him. Maybe I misinterpreted that when it comes to. I don't care. Who cares? I cut it out probably because it sounds stupid. So, where do I even start? One thing before I address the big lore-heavy stuff, I forgot to mention one thing, because it seems like... Yeah, exactly. Osmond said when he founded the schools in last chapter, so I was like, okay, he's very old. But then here he said his predecessor founded the school, and it is often he doesn't look old. So, okay, before I say this, every predecessor combines like with the successor into one, and then this moves on, then they combine into one, moves on, combine one, moves on, and so on, so forth. So I'm a little bit scared for Ospen because, well, I don't think this is something bad, like something you lose yourself. In a way you do, but like, I mean, one personality taking over the other, basically. That's what I mean. So what if Oscar will now lose himself? Basically, he will not be the same, because I want to say that because Osmond said when I founded the schools, meaning that basically you become one human. So it may be because Osmond also talks like a wise person, so wise that he has so many personalities or so many experiences merged into one. That's why he made more mistakes than anyone, because he is so many people basically in one. Not that personalities change over time, not over time, on the fly, like he's this person, then that. He is always getting more into him. And that will happen with Oscar. The question is, how will that affect him? His personality, the way he is, and what exactly will happen to him? That's really interesting to me. And especially because this was forced on him now. This is completely random, I assume, and now he has to deal with it. And I want to get that out of the way because that is probably right, hopefully. So let's go to the next information, and that is just too big. Maybe that doesn't take too long, but if I understood correctly, there were two gods, light and dark. Light created things, dark made grim, and then I created humans. But the grim, here's the thing. Oh, now I can probably even go back to volume 1, chapter 1 again and look at the opening to maybe understand something else. I will look at it. Okay, not necessarily, but to get a full circle, when humans were born, they were already grim. They were not killed. Why didn't they kill them? Why didn't they just destroy them? I mean, oops. In a way, maybe, I mean, it is still a creation. Maybe the Destruction Brother didn't want it to die. In a way, I mean, in a way it is something that he created. Maybe he doesn't want it to die or something. I mean, I think I'm just overthinking that one though. So let's move on. Oops, what did I do? So what do we have? So they created humans, and then the 4 relics. When did they leave the world of Remnant though? And where did they even come from? What exactly? These are questions. I'm not sure if we will get the answers from. But what exactly is it? Dust. Humans found dust, right? They over time found it, but what if they were on the brink of extinction and maybe the creator, the light brother, I mean, made it? If there was nothing before and he created stuff, that means dust must have been created by him as well, or not? Or was that before that? Here's the thing, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I missed something. But this is a lot of information, so I'm trying to gather and understand as much as I can. What was before that? Will we ever find out? Who knows? Could be, could not be. The 4 relics hidden in the school, in the tower. That's why he said the tower cannot fall. Not because of communication, that is also important, but the relic cannot be lost. Knowledge, creation, destruction, and choice. What exactly can these relics do, though? In the grand scheme of things. I mean, okay. Should I guess? Should I try to guess? Knowledge is veil. Only because I saw, Osman does know a lot. That's my lead on that one. Destruction, because I haven't seen the other schools. Creation, because Atlas is so good at inventing stuff, and maybe creation is their thing, but maybe not. Then we have destruction and choice. Choice kinda is maybe vacuole. Maybe choosing a side in the Great War, choosing so many things. Maybe Mistral because it's so diverse, but Mistral seems to, I don't know if that is even a connection, but the choice and Mistral diversity thing, but destruction, didn't they were the first ones who did bad stuff in the Great War, so maybe they are have the destruction thing. That's my guess, but I mean, is it important to try to guess it? Maybe not, just for my pleasure. I tried. And maybe for yours as well, if you enjoyed. What else? Blake and the father are on good terms, and the White Fang is here. I thought with the mask maybe that's Adam, and now we won't know because she threw away the phone. Who? Maybe it was still, but maybe it was just a spy. Crazy, very scary, very sweet moment with Gira and Blake. So much information. Crow. First of all, Jean not liking Crow. I mean, he is not responsible. No. I really don't want to say, like, Jean, I push it wholly on Pura that she died and not anyone else, because she went back. No, I know Achilles and all that, you know, but no, that is no one's fault but hers. She made the decision, she thought it was her destiny, in a way, you know, so no one's fault. They didn't push her to it, but he doesn't understand, so I don't, you know, I'm not mad or anything at Jean. He doesn't know better. He only now knows the grand scheme of things, or a vague, no, that doesn't make has a vague idea of how things work, you know. So he's a little bit hard on them, in my opinion, at least. Then Crow's semblance, that's what I wonder. It is always there. What the hell? I mean, if Raven can turn... If Raven can turn into a crow, and it is special that the glyph semblance is inheritable, then this is maybe not a semblance, but a family trait or something, some form of ability. I don't think we have seen something aside from the silver eyes. Maiden powers, and I don't know what else. But I don't think we have seen something where I could say special powers, except of a semblance. So if Raven can turn into a raven, or crow, I don't know, if she can turn into a raven and crow into a crow, and that is not a semblance, and what is it then? A weird semblance. Weird semblance, really, yeah. That's all I can say to that. Interesting. What Raven's semblance is, I cannot even imagine right now. Can someone have two semblances? No. I'm just gonna go, man. I'm gonna think about all that happened here in this episode. I'm going to read the comments, and I can't say anything else. I think I've said a lot of things that are right about Osmond as well, and you know, and all that. The fact that the power works in a similar way like the maiden, just that it seeks out a male host, maybe. And that's it. I'm done. I am completely done now, so see you guys next episode. Whenever that will be.